Trying to be in there, not trying to be cool, just trying to be in this. Tell me, are you too? Can you feel where the wind is? Can you feel it through all of the windows?
Hi, I'm Nisha.
I'm Jamal.
And welcome to The Right Moments, where we discuss money, marriage, and all the right moments. So we're going to discuss today that B word in the marriage that no one likes to do, no one likes to talk about, but it's worth it. So it's called a budget, most preferably a written budget. So Jamal and I for years have been, I would say, more of a verbal budget. Like, we've always discussed money, always know each other's income, what responsibility in regards to the types of bills he's going to pay versus what I'm going to pay. And the household was taken care of. So I think it was last year, after we had our taxes done, our tax preparer, Shell, she informed us that Jamal and I really increased our income. And we're like, no, we didn't. We don't make that much. So lo and behold, we actually sat down. We did a written budget. We looked, and we had drastically increased our income based on the previous years. So of course, you know who was happy? Mr. Wright.
Like money. You don't like money, something wrong with you. See my 49ers hat? All right.
Okay.
Back on subject.
All right. So I know a lot of couples don't like to, or even individuals don't like to sit down and actually do a written budget. They assume it's very intimidating, especially when you're working with someone else, trying to discuss your financial matters. It can be intimidating. It's very personal, but it's something you're going to have to do. For example, in our relationship, I am the spender. Jamal is the saver. I am the spender.
I like my money.
Jamal is the saver. He hoards his money, or our money now. He hoards it. And I'm like, no, we could have fun. We could do this. No.
Yeah.
But we all compromise, right?
That is a great word. Compromise.
We compromise. So we still have fun.
Yes.
And he still hoards, which is fine.
I do.
But that's where a budget comes into play. You have to do a written budget. So after this phone call with our aunt, of course, we had debt, and we were, we still took care of our responsibilities. We weren't struggling. We felt fine. All of a sudden, when we did our written budget and we saw in black and white how much we made per month, and then what we were spending outside of, say, our household requirements, so like mortgage, rent, that type of stuff, utilities. When we actually saw that in black and white, I was shocked. What was your response?
Yeah, we got a couple dollars, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. So it kind of put us on a path where we started to do a written budget every single month. Now, the first 2 months, it was kind of a process, I would say. It took us a lot longer, and we just made it a goal where we would sit down every single week, usually on Sunday. Probably take us not even 30 minutes now, 20 minutes if that.
I don't like doing this budget thing. I'm just be honest with you. Because she treats it like it's the end of the world. Now it's like the reverse. I'm like, dude, I don't know what I spent at Walmart. I don't know. Listen, just take it out my cash thing. I don't know what I spent at Walmart. I don't know. She penny pinching over here. She want to look at every cent on the dollar. I don't know. I can't tell you. Just take it out my monthly allowance and then just deal with it that way. I don't know.
You're done?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the first thing that we did, of course, we had to look at our income. So when we sat down, we calculated all our income. So all the money coming into the household. We wrote that down. So for me as an active duty member, I know exactly what I'm going to get paid on the 1st and the 15th. There's no changing that. Okay. For Jamal, at the time, it was the same thing. So we really didn't have to fluctuate or guess or anything. Along with our rental property. So we have a rental property in Maryland. So that became part of our income. So once you add all that up, that's your income. Our next category, the very next thing that we had to do was now account for our expenses. So Jamal and I, we divide our expenses up into two main categories. We have our household expense and we have our personal expense.
All right.
That's what he was talking about, his allowance, his monthly allowance, or trying to account for what he spent at Walmart.
Listen, just be clear about this. She doesn't give me an allowance.
No, I don't.
I'm grown. Just.
But we still have to discuss how much the allowance is. But no, I don't give him an allowance. He doesn't give me an allowance. So under our household category, that's where we have our mortgage payments, our utilities, groceries, insurance, including life insurance.
Yeah.
So Jamal does have life insurance. He has term life.
Finally, she
Yes.
put me in a chokehold and told me to do it.
Yes, because just in case anything happens to him, I need to make sure at least the children are taken care of.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all her money.
Well, his name is already on everything anyway. So life insurance, car insurance, all the necessary items, that falls under household.
Yeah.
Look,
You see that one? See, this is why
James.
you don't have kids right here. Right there. Where is he? Move.
Now, under our personal category, of course, that's allowance, that's clothing, that's a haircut, waxing, anything that is not necessary for you and your family to survive. That's under your personal category. Once we get all those calculated, now we subtract that from our income. At no time should our expenses be more than our income.
Correct.
Oh, we didn't talk about debt. That includes debt. So debt will fall under, we put debt under, under our household, because we know we have to make some form, either a minimum payment or some form of payment. So that's a necessity. So we calculate all those, subtract it from our income. Luckily, we are never in the negative. We've always been able to have a good amount of money left over at the end of the month, where we can carry it over, either put that into savings or one of our sinking funds, meaning like something we're saving towards, or just roll it over into our next month.
But there's always money in the savings account in case something happens. So it's about what? It's always at least 1,000 in there. Let's just cap it at that. Y'all need to know how much we have in our savings. We're just gonna cap it at 1,000. Always 1,000 in the savings account.
So we're not going to discuss the various types of accounts that we have in this video, but just know that our goal, we might as well talk about financial goals right now. So of course, last year after we start doing a written budget.
So I'm just playing.
Gets on my nerves. Are you done?
Yeah, go ahead. Her goal is to try for once to make me serious. I do get serious, depending on how much money she trying to spend and how much money these kids need something. They need something, it depends. Then I'm serious. Tell her ass go get a job.
Anyway. Are you done?
I'm serious now.
Okay. Okay. So when it comes to your trying to decide, a lot of couples have a problem trying to think of how much money do I have to put aside for my expenses. They don't know. Some of your expenses you should know. You should know how much your rent or your mortgage is. The estimation comes into play. For example, if you have a house or even an apartment, if you're renting, you're not going to know exactly what your water bill is going to be every single month, or your electric bill, those particular items. But you can estimate. If you know for the past 3-6 months that you've been paying whatever that amount is, go back to elementary math, folks. Estimation is a guess. So you take an educated guess. Whatever financial goals you and your partner want to work towards. Of course, we have kids, so we got to think about their college. We have right now 2 properties, so we're always thinking about our properties, and then also how to invest in other real estate. So we're constantly thinking of ways as to how to make our money work for us.
The goal is to make the money.
Our goal is to have our money make money for us.
Right.
That's our goal, our overall goal.
Yeah, you gotta make that money. You gotta tell that $20 bill, get your ass out there and make that money. 50. Get on it.
So when it comes to your overall budget, you have to have it in a place where both you and your partner can look at it. It can be something tangible as a piece of paper stuck on a refrigerator door if that's what you choose to do. But we learned quickly. We probably did written maybe one time, and then we quickly moved to an electronic method. Of course, we do have an Excel spreadsheet that I maintain. And recently we started to do a year-long budget, which I love. I love the year-long budget, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah, tell them what you use.
But what we use right now, I'm a big Dave Ramsey fan. I listen to him every morning. Every morning.
His themes are like a stories. It's like you get one of those stories theme songs, just like the instrumentals.
Yes.
Wakes me up every morning.
I'm a big Dave Ramsey fan. So we don't take or do every single thing that he recommends.
Nope.
We don't. But it's just the overall message that he has of getting out of debt and working towards, something bigger and better.
Financial future.
Our financial future.
Right.
So we do use his app, Every Dollar. It's free. We use the free version. We have not paid I think it's $129 right now for the yearly subscription. And it has some other perks to it, but it's okay. We'll just use the free one.
And then we don't need that.
No, we're good.
That's for people.
Okay. That's just not for us. Don't say it's for people. Don't. It's not for us. It's not for us.
All right, I'm going to go with what she said.
Right.
Then I'm going to make a video, and then I'm going to,
Some other apps that we use that I really didn't care for, we've tried Mint. We've tried YNAB, which means, I think it means you need a budget. YNAB was completely over my head. To me, it wasn't user-friendly for me.
You try QuickBooks too.
Yes, we did QuickBooks or Quicken Books. Is it called Quicken? I really didn't give that one a shot. I maybe tried that 1 month and then it fell off. But right now we just use our Excel sheet to kind of do our year budget to see how everything looks. And then we use the Every Dollar app. Those are our 2 main electronic means of budgeting.
Those are her 2. She just calls me over. All right, I'm ready to do the budget. I'm like, here we go again.
Yes, we meet every week to do a
me.
budget. Every week.
It got so bad that I just started saving receipts and shit. Just, what you pay for this at Walmart? All right, let me go get this receipt out the car. I just started saving receipts. I ain't got time for her to be questioning me what I bought at Walmart. So, that's how bad it got. But it works. So,
it works.
What am I going to say?
So one thing Jamal and I do every single week, which he does not like.
I don't.
But it works.
It works.
It works.
It's
like coming from the person who wanted me to hoard my money or hoard our money like he does.
But you can track it though, but she goes overboard with it. Go ahead.
We have weekly budget meetings.
Like staff meetings.
I'm all about meetings. I'm all about talking about stuff and moving towards a plan or that's me. I need active communication.
You got a right staff meeting once.
Yes, we have a right Nisha Jamal staff meeting every month. Okay.
Right.
So our budget meeting doesn't take long. So I usually sit down there. I look at both of our bank accounts, plug those numbers into our budget on the every dollar. And then I call him over. I'm like, hey, look at this. If I have any questions as to what he spent his money on.
I just hand her receipts. Just give her the receipts and just walk away.
He keeps bringing Walmart up. So if I see Walmart in his checking account, say for $65, I'm like, Jay, what did you spend $65 on? So I know how to allocate those funds that he spent.
Take it out of my cash.
So now he knows just to save the receipt.
Yeah,
so I know.
Just give her the receipts.
And that way I can plug and play.
That way she don't get on my nerves about.
Whichever, you know what? Whatever. It's working. It is.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I think that's it for our discussion on budget. Remember to be flexible with each other, just like your budget. Continue to have your weekly meetings with your significant other, or at least talk frequently about, how you're spending your money, how your funds are being allocated. Nothing is written in stone, so you can adjust. Life happens. Enjoy your money. We both work very hard for our funds.
Yeah.
So we have a good time, but we make sure that our responsibilities are taken care of. Thank you all for coming back to our channel, The Right Moments, where we discuss money, marriage, and all the right moments. We'll see you next week. Have a good one. Bye.
Yep.